internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So, far, let's get right into today's video. The BIS Innovation Hub and their unified ledger will be utilizing Ripple and XRP. And in today's video, we're going to just scratch the surface with the information, but just know the information we're covering right now, some of you guys may say it's BS, but 99% of the information we covered in the past that people said was speculation all came out to be true. It's just about connecting the dots together and seeing what they're doing behind the scenes and looking into the documents and following their track record. What am I talking about? Well, let's talk about MiCA and regulation and how Ripple plays a major role in this. MiCA is approaching. The next couple of months and going to 2025 is going to be monumental. Markets and crypto asset regulation. This is overlooking European markets. And June 2024 is when they're going to start rolling it out. And also, their stablecoin rules. EU regulators publish a batch of draft rules for stablecoins under MiCA. Ripple is pro-MiCA. Tether, with the massive $40 billion in market cap, I believe it's much larger than that, said that they're not going to be regulated in MiCA because they don't want to go through the process. That's a red flag. But what are the odds that a month later, EU submits their draft rules, Ripple comes out and says they're going to launch their own stablecoin? We've been saying this for a very long time, that they're pretty much setting up one of the biggest enterprises that we have ever seen before. I don't think you guys understand how big Ripple is going to get. It's going to be much bigger than Google and Apple, in my opinion. It is going to be $1 trillion company, and that is 100%. The writing has been on the wall for a very long time. Here we have 2021, World Economic Forum PDF, an industry perspective on the insights and tools needed to shape balanced crypto regulation. And guess who was a part of this? Brad Garlinghouse, talking about regulating crypto. And what are the odds that in 2016, they obtained their BIT license in New York? This is very important. They made it very clear that XRP is going to be utilized for their liquidity and cost savings. Like, that's what the New York banks are going to be using. New York bank customers are going to be seeking to use XRP for liquidity and cost savings. And fast forward to 2024, Ripple acquired Standard Custody and Trust Company, an enterprise-grade regulated platform for digital assets based out in New York. And when we get into this stablecoin regulatory response to their promise and stability that was just published this year of April, a couple days ago, take a listen to what they said here. Most regulations follow two types of licensing, and we talked about licensing, very important. The first one allows certain types of regulated financial institutions, such as banks and non-bank financial institutions, to issue stablecoins. The second type creates a new category of regulated entities which can issue stablecoins after obtaining a crypto-specific license. So a regulated entity, Ripple is a regulated entity, but check this out. They talk about obtaining crypto-specific license. And if we go to graph 3, this is where they're pointing us to. Take a look at their US and New York. License to engage in virtual currency business activity, BIT license. Look, Ripple obtained this in 2016. Everything is playing out perfectly, and Ripple is heavily regulated in every single one of these jurisdictions, and that is 100% facts you just cannot argue with. That's a head scratcher, isn't it? It shouldn't be, because it gets even better. Moreover, ensuring the interoperability of stablecoins with CBDCs and other digital assets is key to promoting an integrated financial system. They still don't have the problem. They still don't have the solution. This is 2024 we're talking about. In this context, the concept of a unified ledger, keep that in mind, as a proposed by the BIS offers a promising solution. Under a unified ledger, CBDCs, private tokenized monies, such as tokenized deposits and stablecoins and other tokenized assets can coexist on the same programmable platform. Implementing such system could significantly transform the global financial system, making it more inclusive, efficient, and resilient. The transformation requires a high level of international collaboration and public and private cooperation. Oh my goodness, folks. Listen, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, $100 XRPs happening 100%. Anything over, I don't care. I'm very conservative with my price targets. And in the next video, we're going to talk about value, where the value is going to come from, and why XRP has to be high again, because I'm going to try to make this very easy for everybody to understand. I need every single person on this planet to understand that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you need to take advantage of this because it's almost coming to an end. But please understand that we're creating a brand new financial system. And the fact that Ripple and XRP has a major role within this implementation, and the fact that the value of XRP has remained pretty much dead since inception, should speak volumes. Volumes, folks. Volumes. And getting into the unified ledger PDF, okay, the blueprint for the future monetary system, improving the old, enabling the new. This is where they talk about the unified ledger. They talk about the next stage in the financial system's journey will be one that combines the best efforts of both the private and public sectors. So Ripple and the banks. Central banks could work with regulated private entities. Central banks could work with regulated private entities to develop technological solutions and standards to meet specific use cases. Wow. Okay. Ripple and BIS, we already know they've been working on this for a very long time. And they just tell you right in here, right in front of your eyes, that they're working together. And they also state that currently stablecoins are used mainly within crypto system and are typically provided by unregulated issuers. Once we create a foundation of trillions in this crypto ecosystem, it's only up from here. Next year, this time, you can guarantee yourself that this whole crypto ecosystem minimum is going to be sitting on a $5 trillion market cap. Okay. And I'm just going to leave it at that. And all the projects that the BIS Innovation Hub covered, remember we talked about Helvetia, Ura, Genesis, Dunbar, Enbridge, Dynamo, every single individual that has been following my channel. We've covered every single one of this. And I told you guys, at the end of the day, it's all going to lead to the same thing. These are all distractions. I mean, there is work being done to it. There is actual information in here. But at the end of the day, they need to do this. They need to get this is just a smoke screen. This is what I want to call it. All these projects, all these little proof of concepts, all these little testings, we knew from day one that Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, none of these assets, none of these platforms can scale to what the banks want. And that is a fact. And a 48-cent XRP right now is a blessing. And I really hope it goes a lot lower than this, but I don't think it will. And if you guys are thinking, why do you want to go lower? It's just to accumulate. Like I said, this is once in a lifetime opportunity. And soon, XRP is going to pretty much melt faces. And I will put all my money on that. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 logically makes 0 sense for it not to reach those targets. Makes no sense.
Building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.